Boeing agreed to plead guilty to fraud in the case of two 737 MAX airliner crashes in Ethiopia and Indonesia that killed a total of 346 people. The plea comes as part of a deal with the U.S. Department of Justice. It will see Boeing pay out $243 million in fines and spend another $455 million to improve flight safety. RT International spoke with some of the victims' families in Indonesia who opposed the deal and are demanding justice.
We are still fighting to achieve our goals. Perhaps Boeing feels powerful since they have the most money in America, and everything is possible. However, the relatives of those victims cannot simply be given money. It has no deterrent effect. We want Boeing to be punished.
Indonesia's Lion Air Flight 610 crashed just 13 minutes after the takeoff, plunging into the Java Sea back in October 2018. The victims' relatives are still seeking justice, looking for Boeing to be held accountable. The Boeing 737 MAX airliners were grounded worldwide following the crashes, but returned to the skies just 2 years after the ban. Lawyers have been accusing Boeing of concealing safety issues with the 737 MAX jet.
I used to be the victim's representative. I was appointed following the incident. I responded to queries about the statement from Boeing's CEO, who confessed that it was their error. If it's true that some documents were falsified in order to release the type of the aircraft that could fly, that was a fatal mistake. It was a severe crime that caused the loss of more than 300 human lives in this case. That's the Lion JT610 catastrophe, as well as in the Ethiopia case. I believe this is a severe crime. The victims' families request that the culprits be harshly punished because they initially refused to accept the crime.
Boeing managed to avoid criminal charges in 2021, signing an agreement with prosecutors that called for a number of safety conditions. But just days before the agreement expired, a door plug blew out on another 737 MAX jet and renewed scrutiny of the aviation giant with a vengeance. To avoid a criminal trial, the company pled guilty in July 2024, which lawyers called a sweetheart deal.
It's not a surprise that Boeing accepted the plea deal. It's what we're calling a sweetheart deal for the Boeing company. The fine is minimal. Families do not believe that the terms of the deal are sufficient. It is a deal that is much too lenient on the Boeing company. An additional $243 million fine, while it sounds like a lot of money to an average person, is an insignificant amount of money to adequately punish a criminal like the Boeing company for killing 346 people.
Despite Boeing's guilty plea, relatives of the victims are dissatisfied with the outcome, saying no fine can replace their loved ones and heal the scars.
I'm still taking medication from my psychiatrist. After the incident, I had to be sedated to get on the plane. Even listening to the sound of the airplane brought tears to my eyes. I was very traumatized, especially when I see a Boeing 737 or 737 MAX. I immediately remember what happened at that time.